Hello everyone. What's good? I'm writing the Phantoms here. So I had this video done, then video editing bullshit happened. File got corrupted. Now I gotta start all over again. Hopefully this time it won't get corrupted. So today we're in for a couple things. Well, really one in particular, but I'll do the other one tomorrow. So today we're gonna be figuring out what's the best alternative for Mixitup, right? So Mixitup. For anyone that don't know what that is, I used to do a vid on Mixitup when it goes to the sound alerts, but because I moved over from Windows to Linux, Mixitup does not work with Linux. So instead, thank you so much to Twitter, thanks to YouTube, I was able to find a nice alternative to Mixitup. So if anyone still wants to use their alerts or use their, try to do what they can, use their alerts, use their stuff. This next app is, this app here I'm about to mention is probably the next best thing that we got going for us right now. So what this app is called Firebot. But to get it to trigger, first, what I am going to do is try to get Mixitup working. Well, try to get it up at least. So right here we got this little application called Lutris, which you are going to need. I will definitely this is going to be my next video, actually trying to get Simu to work. I'll do that one tomorrow because I had it. I'm telling you, I had it all finished and then the mess up happened. So here's Mixitup right here. I'm gonna go ahead and play. Now it doesn't work the way that you think it will work. Now I will say you can port over if you still have your files from when it was in Windows. This is mainly for people that are moving over from Windows to Linux. If you still have your files from Windows and you want to move over to Linux, I will say this one will not work. Sony Vegas will not work. Adobe stuff will not work. Honestly, I feel like you really don't need them as much as you think. But yeah, those files, they do not work with Linux. But there is definitely some very good alternatives that are out here with Linux that they can make it work. So as you can see, I got Mixitup here. I had a second Mixitup that was with the video I actually had recorded. So basically, this I don't mind having to explain. It'll be real quick. So basically, what you do to get Mixitup to come up here is you go to the plus sign. You go to install a Windows game from an executable, you put down Mixitup, and then it'll ask you for install location, some shit like that. And this was where I had the install location in. I put it in games, and I put down something called stream test, and it also asked for an exe file for the setup. Of course, I have Mixitup as the exe file as the setup. So when it quote unquote finishes installing and you finish it, it'll come up with a it will either come up when you go to configure, if you realized it when you wasn't able to run it the next time. When you try to run it again, it will come up with a situation where it'll say executable, and there either is no executable, or it'll come up and say, oh, mixitup.inc, .inc as in .ink. You need to go to the executable, press the three buttons, and find the Mixitup executable, which is right here, and then after that it will work just fine. This is more so important if you're somebody like me that already has their information from Mixitup at that time when they were in Windows. This is definitely work if you have all that information from there, including the commands and everything. You have everything, and you're just moving it over from one spot to the other. So that's what's really important. So right here, of course, we go to commands. When that pops up, when it wants to pop up, I guess this is kind of a good thing that we are moving over. And we're going to look at the Akuma command, the 1K 1000 def command. This is the command right here that I decided to take and use as the test. As you can see, this is the sound file path. This is where the path is from. This is the text. right here, redeemed raging demon, and this is the image for it right here. So you won't be able to see it obviously because, you know, for clear and obvious reasons, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna minimize this a little bit because we're about to bring up our new app right about now. So what we are gonna do, we're gonna bring up Firebot. There it is. Now this is one of the very few apps in Linux where you can just simply just click on it and it will pop up and work, which is very good. Wish there was some other way I can get it to, like, you know, pin it around here, but it won't work like that. So of course what I'm going to do, if you haven't already, when you get on Firebot, immediately log in with your Twitch, try to get your connections up and running like this right here. And of course we go to commands on the top, on the left hand side. Now as you can see, I got a lot of 1000 deaths because very soon I'm going to start porting all of them back together. So if you see why I have Mixitup here, I have it at this point basically as a reference to what I had from there, and I'm just moving it over to Firebot. So we go to edit, and as you can see, I have the trigger, which is 1K death. The description for it, just in case if it's needed. The aliases, it works, it's essentially like how it does here as the commands from Mixitup, whereas if you have multiple commands of saying similar shit, in the case of Akuma, it's 1K death or raging demon. That's the reason for even having it on, to activate it again. So let me go ahead and go to the starting soon screen so you can see. Well, actually, no, not yet. I'm not gonna go to starting soon screen yet because there's a couple more I have to show you. My bad. So the show text. This is very important if you want to have it back the way that I had it. So, or if you want to have it as your own little thing, the way that you would usually have it. So you go to edit effect, and of course, as you can see, you could just put down your fonts, put down your colors, and the way how you had it from Mixitup. You have it already reminded in the back of your head. But as you can see, this right here is more important. See, for Mixitup, it was target username. But for Firebot, it's a user ID name in order to get it to work. So there's your little tidbit there if you want to bring over some variables from there. It's definitely a little bit different compared to, say, Mixitup. Now, of course, the container settings, which is the invisible box. For width, I have it as 8,000 pixels because I like my commands to show up in a straight line. And the height, I had it as 1,000. And also, I have the text at the bottom, while of course the GIF stays in the middle. And everything would be good from there when it goes to the, the text. Of course, I'll show you the GIF and the image so that way you can see what it looked like. As you can see, that's what it looks like. Width 500, height 300. That's how I usually had it with Mixitup. And of course, the duration for both of them are 6 seconds. And of course, the sound is the sound. So if it all works as well as it should pop up like this. Die 1,000 deaths. Become the demon. I am the true master of the fist. Now, this is more so true because I'm going to play it again. I'm going to put down Raging Demon in the chat, and it should pop up the same way. Die 1,000 deaths. Become the demon. I am the true master of the fist. I'm actually very upset my horizontal chat. Oh, now it wants to pop up. Let me try one more time. That should have popped up. But you get my point. Die 1,000 deaths. Okay, so for the command, it actually won't trigger. Okay. My bad. My bad. I am the true master of the fist. But yeah, you can clearly see this shit works the way that, you would used to have it back then, and for me, I think that's pretty cool. Now, one other cool thing compared to Mixitup, which they did not have, we're going to come back over here. Right? Of course, you see all this up here, right? You couldn't do this on Mixitup at all. You had to do it all one by one. And this one just makes it a lot more easier. So then that way you could just replace whatever text there is, replace whatever sound file there is. And then after that, you should be good. So let's say, for an example, we're going to take this one so you can see what I'm referring to. So we're going to go ahead and take this, right? Let me take one of my... I'm going to take Alatreon from Monster Hunter. I'm going to go ahead and take him so that way we can use this as a perfect example here. So we're going to take this Alatreon. And yes, we have to keep the exclamation point there. At least I think you do, because, you know, not trying to risk it. Of course, the roar, no other aliases. Make sure you take this off. In fact, for me, I'm definitely gonna save that as one of the ones to use. I might definitely be doing that. We're gonna show text. There you go. Got that. Play sound. I'm going to choose the file. Now let me see if I can find where the Alatreon one was for images. It was in Twitch audio bytes. Yeah, I know. It's a little weird like that, but hey, it is what it is. That's how I had it. And yes, also when you just saw right now with the audio thing at the bottom, it will not work with Linux. So you're gonna have to go to a you're gonna have to trigger your volume control and get it to work through there. So right now, this is what I'll do. And by the way, they all work as Chromium. So this works as Chromium. Any of these vids work as Chromium. So I had to play a vid just so I could get it to pop up, and then go to the chat.
In this video.
Oh, hold up. Is this actually different? Let me find out, because if that actually changes things a lot for me if that's true. But let me change the image. Because that's the first time for me, because I didn't know that would happen like that. Okay, let me go to, not change image, choose files, Twitch audio bytes, Alatreon, bang, bang, and we're going to go ahead and play this and see what happens. Okay, so now let's try it again. I'm going to go ahead and save it. And let's trigger Alatreon again. Well, let's actually try to trigger it, because yeah. And there you go. I hope that helps. I definitely love the fact that my alerts are now coming through my headphones. I didn't know it will have a separate pop-up like that. Thank God, because I was very afraid that it would pop up a different way. But yeah, till then, that's it. I hope that helps. Tomorrow I will be releasing the Splinter Cell tutorial, Splinter Cell Conviction tutorial. It's a damn shame because I had it working initially and then it gave me a freaking problem. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get that done by tomorrow and it'll all be good. And then, of course, I have Simu as well, the Simu emulator. Till then, every second, every minute, every hour, that's what me is every second, every minute, every hour. I'm blessed and thankful for. You guys have yourself a good rest of the day, night, and evening, and I will see you tomorrow, where I'm going to be releasing. Well, when you see this, it'll be tomorrow, but for me releasing those other vids, they'll probably come by tomorrow as well. So, bye.